Check.
Checkity check. Check, check, check.
Check, check. What's up, all you cool cats?
Cool kittens.
Do you have an intro?
I do not. Welcome back to the unnamed podcast.
Well, it's named. No?
I don't think I'm keeping this name.
You're not?
No, I want it to be kind of like its own thing. I wanted it to be the TLBL him and her show, but that's lazy.
It is, but it's on par.
Couple things. We have some listener questions about meal prep and if we eat meal prepped food like all week for like every meal.
Hey, someone asked me that today too, or this week at work.
Perfect. What do we do?
A guy at work asked me. He follows the podcast. He asked me if I cooked eggs, meal prep my eggs, and I said yeah. And then he asked me if I did it all week, and I said yeah, I do it 5 days. He said I'm not gonna do 5 days, but I was like yeah. He's like, do they taste good? And I said, I've been doing it so long, I don't know. I said I mean they taste good to me, but
okay, here's what I would tell him. When I worked at the office, I would make my eggs fresh in the morning. It literally takes like 5 minutes. Make my eggs fresh, and then I'd like heat them up for like 30 seconds once I got to the office, and that's what I did. And I thought they were fine. Like microwaved eggs sounds gross, but again, you don't do it like long at all. Maybe even 15 seconds. And honestly, some days I would just eat them cold because that's how immune I got to like leftover food. I could not eat what you eat for breakfast. Disgusting.
no.
I can tell him it's gross. Don't do what
he already
Matt
did
does.
it. He did it this week, and he said yeah, it's not bad. He goes thanks for the advice. I take 2 cartons of egg whites and then 5 whole eggs, scramble them all together, do scrambled eggs like that. That's 5 meals. And then 2 packets of Simply hash browns, and then pan fry all that up and put it all together, and that's 5 meals. It's literally scrambled eggs and hash browns. It's the most basic thing you can do.
You're pretty basic.
And it's my post-workout meal.
It's gross. By the way, cheers. TLBL after dark.
And I warm my eggs up for 2 minutes. Minute at a time. Minute, stir, minute.
Ew. That does not sound good at all. Okay, so yeah, you meal prep all your breakfasts and lunches, which I told her, and I said usually Thursday, which now has changed because my schedule's changed. Thursday, I try to do a fresh meal. I try to do one fresh meal, but we're over that this week. We've gotten an argument about it.
Yeah, because we're too busy.
No, we definitely are. So I was doing one fresh meal like either on Tuesday or Thursdays because those are my nights off. And then Friday, we do either Cane's or Brahms.
Yeah, you came home Thursday after work and you're like, now cook me dinner. I'm like, no, this is what I didn't want to do.
I did not say that.
You said it in that tone.
What were we going to have Thursday? Nachos. Because
Yep.
that's your thing to cook.
What's your other listener question?
Wait, what do we do on the weekends?
For meal prep?
The weekends
they
we've
asked that
just
too. Ham.
Dude, the weekends are rough.
Yeah. The weekends are really rough.
We need to get it together, but it's just like, they just come so fast. You're gross.
Yeah, it's just, it's a whole nother thing. And it's my only 2 days to get anything else done. So like the idea that I'm going to meal prep Friday night for Saturday and Sunday. And then also I will say like Sundays are just not the day to like, you cook meal prep all day and the last thing you want to do is eat leftover food. I mean, that is just the truth. Sunday night is like literally the last thing you want is that. You don't want any of that food. You don't want anything that's meal prepped. So that's a tip.
Yeah, no, it's been very rough.
Yeah, think of something for Sunday that's completely different.
Sunday used to be like our like
cheat day.
Yeah. Our day to do all that, and that's a good. But I can't make it to Sunday. Like it ends up being maybe you do Friday and Sunday, but Friday you're just so exhausted. Like you don't want to cook anything.
That's how Sunday is too.
And I
It's
don't
Friday,
want
Sunday.
meal prep. I don't like to eat. Fridays are hard for me to eat meal prepped food. So I like a good 4-day span. I don't like the 5-day eating. It gets really hard for me.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I do mine Fridays just breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
So I don't do like the rest of my meals.
Right. Fridays
just
are
those
very
two.
slim. I just kind of, some Fridays you might just catch me snacking.
And also Friday lunch is rough. Friday breakfast is not that bad, but Friday lunch, I'm like, I'm ready to be done.
Yeah.
So take that as what it is. Maybe you do 4 days or a couple days. I can't believe at 9:06, this is our life.
You're crazy.
This is
I
our
feel
life.
Great.
Your cup's on the edge. Give me anxiety.
No, it's not.
It's close though. It's close.
You're psychotic. That's what I
Giving
think.
me an eye twitch. You see it?
Good. Yeah, I did get a lot of pictures of chihuahuas, which totally made my day.
Why?
People love chihuahua. I did not think
They
there
don't.
was that big of a...
There's not.
No, I really... No, there is. Okay.
It's a type of
I
person.
wish I could find the photo. I'm going to try to find it this week, and I'll post it up here if I can find it. Of the one I saw. You would die.
Why?
It was cute. It was a Chihuahua mix, and it was super fluffy and cute, and it was at an adoption. I'm like, I know Matt will kill me, and I'll kill myself if I freaking decided to get a dog right now. I know I would. I'd be pissed at my own self.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot going on. But I miss, and then I feel bad for Atlas.
Why? He doesn't want a pet?
Right. I wouldn't want to bring a new dog in when he's already competing with a baby.
Right. Exactly. I was just going to say.
So trust me, I know all that. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but what do you call it? To not just go get a dog is
Discipline?
very hard. Yeah, self-discipline.
The discipline is difficult? You don't have discipline right now?
It's hard to have.
Not me, man. I'm good.
But I'll post a photo. It was really cute. You would have thought it was really cute. You would have.
I can tell you right now.
It was a Chihuahua mix.
I'm done with little dogs.
No.
Yeah, I'm done.
No.
I'm actually done with little dogs.
Why?
Because I liked our big dog. He's still alive. I like our big dog. And I do. I like him.
I like him too.
I like a big dog.
No.
I always thought I'd want a little dog.
Atreyu,
Yeah.
me and him were besties.
Rest in peace. No, I love Atreyu. Atreyu was the best. He was the best dog ever.
I'm such a little dog person through and through.
No,
I
there's
love
such
a
a
big
pain.
dog. Here's what I'm planning, if you'd like to know. I'm going to get a Chihuahua, and we're going to get a Golden Retriever. And you're going to get one of each. But I want to get them at the same time.
I don't even know if I want a golden retriever now. I mean, I love a golden retriever. I kind of want a German Shepherd. I want a dog that puts a little fear in anyone.
I would too, but just you got to be in charge of that training.
Yeah.
Me and my Chihuahua are just going to do our thing over
Here's the thing with German Shepherds is that you don't have to train them to be loyal to your family. You have to train them to not kill
right.
other people that come into your house.
Which
I'm
I would
aware
not say is
they're a
even worse.
liability. I'm just saying that's what I want. Though. I want something to protect the family.
Absolutely.
I don't care about all the other stuff.
No, I'm there with you, but I'm just nervous.
I love the golden retriever aspect, and it would be cool to have a German Shepherd and a golden retriever because you get a little bit of both. You get the lovey, happy, and German Shepherds can be that too, but they're just very, very protective. And golden retrievers are I will be friends with anybody.
Yeah.
Which I love, but
yeah.
Part of owning a dog is having that home security. Mm-hmm. It's the best home security you'll get.
Well, that's another thing. You said you didn't want one for a while, and I'm like, you ain't leaving us home alone then.
You have Atlas.
When he's gone, you're saying that you want a gap in between dogs.
You get Sterling.
Like, what kind of gap? A 3-month gap?
You get Sterling. He's the man of the house.
Oh, yeah, he's going to stop a robber? No, it's going to be me trying to protect both of us. And what I tell you the other day, if a grown man comes in here, I can't protect anything.
What were you? I can't talk about this on a podcast, but someone at work was saying about like deadbolts and stuff like that too. And he said, well, he said something, I only shoot once or something, like shoot, like, I'm like, well, there's that too. Like, cause you're talking about deadbolts.
Why can't you talk about that on here?
I don't know. YouTube is really weird when it comes to, yeah. But I was like, yeah, that's right. That's the other part too. But
yep.
Anyways, dogs.
Yeah.
We're not getting a dog for a while. We're not getting a small dog.
What's a while? You're crazy.
I think Sterling when like 3 or 4 years old. So 3 or 4 years from now.
You think I'm gonna go 3 or 4 years without a dog? You're out of your mind.
How about our next house?
To.
I am. I'm actually so content. It's wild that I'm content.
You're not. You still have one. That's why you're content.
I'm ready to go take both of them. Be done. Be petless. No, I'm good on pets for a while. I really am. I love them. I love dogs, but there's just no time.
You're turning into the oldest, grumpiest man I know.
It's just when you have a kid, there's so much more to do. There's so many other things to deal with. The last thing you need is, and I get that. Like,
if you have a kid and you have,
I grew up without a dog. I didn't have a pet.
Explains a lot. Explains a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't. I had a pet.
My whole life. How well did that go? Yeah. Tell them your horror story. Mariah's always, hey, my dog this, my dog that. My dog ran away. My dog was stolen.
The last dog that I had, that I actually wanted.
You wanted all of them. Shut up.
I got in 4th grade. Siberian Husky. Do not recommend in Oklahoma. It was like the popular thing. I just loved the blue eyes. Like because I have blue eyes. I remember being in 4th grade and I was like, I have to have a blue-eyed dog. Yes. Sign me up. So we went out and got him in Sperry, Oklahoma. It was literally right down the road from where I used to live from kindergarten through like 2nd-ish grade. I was back and forth in Sperry. Crazy.
Yeah, Billy's.
And this dog came, my mom paid for it, shockingly. This dog came covered in fleas, all the things. And, they were like, AKC, whatever. We didn't pay that much for him, I can tell you that. Anyway, Siberian
That's the story
Husky,
she told you. She probably didn't. Did you watch her give her money?
My mom. I found the dog in the newspaper.
Did you watch your mom give this lady money?
You think we just rode off with the dog?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just asking. Did you watch your mom give this lady?
You know my mom's not that kind of person.
Get in the car.
No, I went to pick him up, though, and my mom was pissed that he was covered in fleas. And I was like, it's fine. We'll just get him flea medicine.
What would you say today?
I'd be livid.
Yeah.
Be like, why is this fucking dog covered in fleas? Okay, so I had him all the way into 7th grade. And Siberian Huskies are known, they do not want to be, they want to run, right? That's just how they're genetically bred. Like they want to run. So he ended up getting loose in 7th grade. And guess what his name was?
Max.
You don't know his name? I
did. I'm trying to...
You're going to die because you're from Michigan.
His name was Detroit?
No.
What?
He was named after my favorite
Eminem?
rapper.
Yeah, Eminem.
In 4th grade, you guys.
Marshall.
Nope.
Mathers.
Shady.
That's not his name.
It was the real Slim Shady.
Well, oh yeah.
Yeah. I named him Shady because I was so obsessed with Eminem. Who was letting me listen to Eminem in 4th grade?
Yeah.
Mother?
Yeah.
Mother. I had his posters everywhere.
Feral children.
My mom actually did not want me to have a CD, but I bought it anyway. I bought all of them. 2 trailer park girls go round me outside.
Tell them the other story about the Shih Tzu.
The one I had?
Yeah. Your mom found it.
Oh my God,
Here, I'll tell the
Angel.
story. I'll tell the
No,
story.
no, no.
No, because I've heard it so many times.
Angel.
They found this dog.
No, listen, that's wrong. It's
Teresa
already wrong.
found this dog.
Nope.
She did.
The dog jumped in my mom's car randomly.
Oh, okay. And Mariah was the only person the dog would actually let.
It would. Ask all my siblings. Okay, let me tell you about this dog. Shocked my mom even brought it home and didn't just like try to get it out.
She probably did try.
Maybe she did. But you know me, I was such an animal lover. Like any animal like was my bestie. I would have tried to save a bird with a broken wing. Okay, this dog jumps in my mom's car is what my mom tells me. And it comes home and she gets out of a car and it goes in the porch under this chair we had. And it wouldn't let anybody touch it. It was like, try to bite you.
I've made that point, yeah. And it didn't bite you.
No,
And
it did at first.
Slept on the end of your bed.
It did at first. And then I went out there every day. I fed her. And I tried to touch her every chance I was home and I could, and I wasn't at school. I was trying to
This poor dog.
coerce this dog. No, I was truly heartbroken when she.
What happened?
I don't know what happened to her, honestly. Anyway, she ends up befriending me.
It must have been not that important. You don't remember what happened to this dog?
I think she ran away.
She got a case of the Teresa.
I should ask my mom what happened. If
You
she
might not
really
want to
ran
know.
away.
You might not want to know.
Okay,
That dumb dog.
but she smelled so bad.
Shit
My
in
mom
the
hated
house.
her. What is wrong with you?
I had something in my drink.
My mom did not like her, but I really do feel like we were just so. She probably really did. It was. We were moving, and it was mid-move. Nobody was watching the dog, and she ended up getting lost, I think.
Yeah, that's sad.
No, I cried. I literally have a photo too. I wish my mom probably threw it away. In 4th grade. This was in 4th grade.
Let it out. Let it all out.
And
What else did your mom do to you?
I literally had a photo that I drew of her, and I was not paying attention in class because I was so heartbroken. No, I really was. Like, she was one of the
was it
best
Shady?
dogs.
What was it?
Angel.
Angel.
But Shady was...
Angel became an angel.
I literally drew her with a halo over her.
How old were you?
4th grade. So how old are you in 4th grade? I was... Should probably not tell all that information. Bleep that out. Anyway, Shady ended up running away too or something. I'm wondering if I think somebody stole him.
So we had a yellow lab that we got. Same thing. It had worms when we got it too.
Mm-hmm.
And like my parents, nobody really, I don't know. I guess I'm the only pet lover, really. And
Oh my God.
I know I am. My oldest brother has pets, but
He eats
has a
them.
farm, so that's a little different. Anyways,
They have a lot of dogs though.
yeah, but they don't treat him like we did. Anyways, that's not the story. The story is that we got this yellow lab, and we didn't have him that long. And do you know the story? What his name was? Mm-mm. This is like embarrassing to like say.
Should I be embarrassed about naming my dog after
No, this
Eminem?
is worse.
It's worse?
It's worse.
What is it?
His name was Chuddy, and
Why is that worse?
because
I kind of think it's cute.
I yelled out the back door. I don't know why I was yelling Chuddy. I don't even know why that came out of my mouth. And I'm like, Mom, he looked. You know, I'm like, he looked. I said Chuddy, and the dog responded. Like, who says Chuddy? The dog just picked his head up when I yelled Chuddy or something. And we ended up naming this dog Chuddy. We only had him for like a few weeks though. And then we ended up
Why'd
getting
you
rid of
only
him.
have him?
We got rid of him
Why?
because I don't know. No one took care of him, and my parents were like, we're not gonna keep this dog. And I, like, it wasn't like that traumatizing. Yeah, like it was sad, but it wasn't like. Yeah, we were very
How old were you?
probably the same like 4th grade, but like
Fourth
we
grade.
were so same thing. Like we had 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, go-karts, bikes. We grew up in the country, and like we were gone. Like we weren't just like hanging out in the yard. Like we were way out into the woods and stuff, and we were at friend's house, and like, so it's like, yeah, we weren't just like hanging out with his dog all day. We just didn't. We were gone.
Your dog should have been with you doing all that.
No, you can't take a dog on a 4-wheeler and stuff. Like we were out like.
Yeah.
I just literally remember that, like, I remember it was wintertime a little bit, and I remember we were hitting golf balls one time, and I don't want to say which brother, but my one brother, like, wasn't paying attention, of course, just swung, and Chuddy ran in front of him, and he hit Chuddy in the chest with the golf club. Like, and he was fine. The dog was fine, but, like, and then we ended up giving away to some family friends or someone who went to our church, and these 2 girls, and they named him Shiloh because we were reading Shiloh in school. I remember that, and I'm like,
his name's
Chuddy.
Brother.
Yeah, exactly. I was annoyed too. I'm like, Shiloh was a beagle. Like how original, you're naming him Shiloh. I'm like, his name is Chuddy because he looked up when I said Chuddy. But anyways, that
what
was
does Chuddy even mean?
It didn't mean anything. I don't even know why I yelled it.
You just yelled Chuddy.
Yeah, exactly. Like blah blah blah. Like it didn't mean anything. Like that's what was so funny about it.
I can't wait till Sterling starts doing that though.
It's just stupid things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could speak.
No, I know.
It wasn't just incoherent yelling. I purposely yelled Chuddy.
I know that.
But anyways, we had that dog.
Just came to you.
And then one day we went, and my high school girlfriend had a Shih Tzu. And then like a month later, we were looking in the paper, and that's when we bought a Treyu because we wanted to have 2. So we had a black and white one, and then a brown and white one. And I think I was 18. It was 18 or 19 when we got a Treyu. But I had a Treyu. I mean, he was, what did I say? How old was a Treyu?
Well, we thought he was 19. Well, I thought he would have been 19 in July, but you handed me the papers, and he was a couple years younger, so I think 17.
Yeah, I think you're right. 17 is what he really was, 17. So maybe I was like 19 when I actually got him, 19 or 20.
That's so funny. So we both got dogs out of the papers because that's how it was.
That's how you did it.
Yeah, it was. I remember I looked and I'm literally shocked my mom still said yes to this day.
My mom didn't. That's the other thing. My mom,
right.
We did it when my parents were out of town.
Karma's coming back on you, bitch. I am not getting your approval. When
I was a child. You're an adult.
Yeah, and I can make my own decisions about a dog.
Apparently you can't.
I can. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm not going to be in a rush. It's been hard.
Just remember you're cleaning up dog poop while your kid's crawling around.
That is the one thing stopping me, is because I can't give full attention because Sterling is like everything.
What did I say?
What?
We can get a dog when Sterling can take care of it.
It won't be 3 or 4, I can tell you that.
When can he take care of a dog?
1.
He can't even at 3 or 4. I'm just hoping at 3 or 4.
I don't even want him to take care of it. I don't mind taking care of it as long as like I don't have to like.
That's on camera. Remember that, because that's gonna come back. That's gonna come back.
That I don't mind taking care of it.
Yeah.
I've never once complained about taking care of a dog. I have not.
Okay.
Have I ever complained?
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
No.
You complain constantly all day.
Yeah, but not about taking care of a beautiful angel dog.
It won't be because you're like, this fucking dog, this dog shit, and this dog's chewing up my stuff. That's what's going to happen.
And maybe that's where we have had it so easy because Atlas was
agreed.
A dream.
Yes.
He pooped in the house one time ever, and that is not a lie.
I'll say this, that, we brought this up, but like Atreyu will always be
the baby.
Yeah, again, almost 18 years.
He was amazing.
And I got him when I was young, and I had him so long, half my life, and he'll always be that special dog, and he's your first before Chuddy. But Atlas was the best dog I've ever had.
Atlas is.
I keep saying Atlas was the best dog. Atlas is still alive.
You're acting like he's dead.
I know. Because he's close to it, man. He is.
It's sad.
And he still is a great dog. He's great even today. He was great.
He's amazing.
He just wants love. He loves cuddling. He's very smart.
People pleaser. So like if you.
Like you said, he didn't have accidents. He wants to please you. Like you don't have to spank that dog ever. Like the way you if you're just like, this is what we want. Like if you just like give him like a attaboy for doing anything positive, he's like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do whatever you want me to do
from now on.
If this makes you happy,
forget.
Yep, I'm gonna do that thing. And like he picks up on cues really well. Like you don't have to train him. Like he just picks up on little things.
Yeah, no,
Least athletic dog I've ever seen.
Oh, the clumsiest.
He is not athletic. He couldn't catch a frisbee or
the clumsiest.
sprint. But he's a true lover.
Honestly, the perfect kind of dog for me.
He is. That's what I'm saying. I'd love him. That's why I want a golden retriever. But I also want that German Shepherd now as a dad. Like you said, I want that. Like
no, I'm down. I tell you right now, that's the one thing. Like I'll take care of a dog, but to go full on training a German Shepherd is a whole nother level that I'm not going to be responsible for. Me and my Chihuahua. Well,
you're not getting the Chihuahua.
I am.
No, you're not.
It'll be a mix.
Of what? A German Shepherd?
I gotta find this one. It was on.
I don't want a little dog.
That
I don't want a little dog.
I don't. It's not for you. It's for me.
It ain't for you.
It is. I want a little dog. I like.
For
little
what?
Dogs.
You have a baby.
They're the best. Yeah. My baby's not gonna be a baby forever. A little dog will be your baby
I can't
forever.
believe you said that.
He won't be.
Atlas is a big baby.
He is. A
He's
German
a baby.
Shepherd won't be.
No, I'd agree. That's where you get the golden retriever from.
Oh, you want a German Shepherd and a golden retriever.
I think if we move out into the country and we have 10 acres, we get two. We get the German Shepherd and the golden retriever.
And the Chihuahua, so 3.
No.
You are insane.
You're insane.
You're insane.
Because we're getting a donkey and we're going to get...
And a Highland cow.
Yeah.
The one with the long hair.
Yeah.
What else?
Maybe one of them pigs.
We have to have a pig.
Not a traditional pink pig, though. I want like
No. Like a cool breed, bred pig. Breed of pig.
Like
what's the coolest breed of pig? That's what we're getting. Whatever that is.
You know, Sioux Scraffa is the breed for pigs, and every single pig on the planet came from one lineage, which is Sioux Scraffa. So what they did with pigs is what they did with dogs, right? Where they bred them into these like different types of pigs, but every pig on the planet came from one lineage, which is Sioux Scraffa. Not that matters, but now you know. Fun fact, yeah.
Matthew fact.
And every domesticated pig turns feral after like a month of being wild. Like that little pink pig that's in like the fence. Yeah, like 2 months. If you let it go, 2 months later, they grow longer tusk and hair and they become feral. Like the hair on their back grows.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like the only species.
How do they act? Like
they're aggressive.
Ones?
Yeah, they get aggressive.
Really?
Yeah, their tusks.
That's what life does to you, baby.
Yeah. But
you gotta grow tusks and some back hair.
There's no other species that turns feral that quick, right? It's generational generally, not in 2 months, right? Wow. It's like that same species. Like, I guess I gotta fend for myself.
Dang, they're like, my mom will tell you too that pigs are really mean. She used to have to feed them.
No, my neighbor had one growing up.
And just by itself, it was mean.
Yeah, they're mean.
Then how do people have pigs as pets? Like, why are they mean? Because I
don't know if they're mean like that.
Because I hear those stories. Like, yes, and I know feral pigs are mean, but like,
they're like dogs,
right? And then
dogs
I hear
can be
that,
mean too.
like, so they.
I don't think pigs are inherently mean like that. I think pigs, like dogs, right, can be mean to other like,
right.
But like they're somewhat of a packed animal too. Like pigs run in packs. I think they're mean because they eat anything. That's the whole thing with pigs, man. They will eat anything. The whole scene from Snatch. They say pigs will go through bone like butter. That's what they say. He's like, so be wary of anyone with a pig farm.
Ooh.
It's the whole like mafia. Snatch, the movie Snatch. They're like, the guys.
So long.
I know, but the guy's giving this long speech on like, be wary of anyone with a pig farm. He's like, because they will go through bone like butter. And they just eat, they'll just eat anything. And that's true. They really do. They'll eat anything. They'll just munch on anything. But anyways, the whole point is that in Hawaii, that pigs, that's what, the Polynesians dropped off when they came, or when people were passing through, they dropped off pigs because the whole point is that pigs reproduce. They do 4 litters a year. And when they came back through, there would be all this food for them, the pigs. But Hawaii's trying to get rid of pigs because they're invasive to the land, but like the Polynesians were like, wait, they were here before we were. Like these pigs, like you can't get rid of the pigs, you know, like they were, because the Polynesians weren't, you know, they found that island. They weren't like, you know, so it's like, anyways, they're trying to get rid of the pigs too, because they're trying to get rid of the axis deer and all the invasive species. Because the axis deer too, same thing. People brought them as food, and then you know that the mourning dove was brought to New York as food too. Yeah, that it's actually called. I can't think of the name, but yeah, the pigeon in New York City. That's not. It's they brought it from England. It's not native to the U.S.
Nobody eats pigeon anymore.
No, there actually is. There's a term. And it's like fine dining. Man, I wish I could think of the name of it.
Oh, I think, okay.
Yeah, it's called like squall. Squall? Is it squall or something? Anyways, there's like a fancy term. So like fancy
Is it
restaurant.
quail?
No, that's a different bird.
Oh.
But pigeon literally was brought to America for food. It's like a delicacy. Yeah, and apparently they're everywhere.
I didn't know that.
Man, what the heck is the name of that?
You'll have to Google.
You can still buy it. You can buy it today. It's not like illegal to eat, but it's like fancy. People don't know they're eating pigeon though. Apparently it's good too. I don't know. Quail's completely different. Quail's a whole big bird. Like quail.
Yeah.
They're like small.
And they're like more like little ground walkers. No?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of pheasants.
Into...
Well, quail and pheasants are similar.
Okay, wait. I thought a pheasant was a rodent.
No, a pheasant's a bigger bird on the ground too.
Oh, really?
I was riding my four-wheeler when Chuddy was in the yard playing, riding the four-wheeler through the field, and a pheasant flew up from the grass.
Yeah.
And pheasants are big, you know.
Yeah. Like, okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
It's almost like I always think of a pheasant as like a female peacock, right? They're like that brown, but they're big. They're not like little. Anyways, this pheasant flew up, and like I was just flying through like tall grass, and it flew up and hit my helmet, like boom, a pheasant, yeah. And I've went pheasant hunting before and never saw a pheasant. And I'm like, you just need to get on a four-wheeler. You don't need to, go through the... But pheasant hunting is, you need dogs really to do pheasant hunting because they kick up the pheasants.
Chuddy wasn't doing it.
No. Chuddy was long gone. Literally, we only had Chuddy for a couple weeks.
That's crazy.
It is crazy now. We got it from a farm. I remember in Frankenmuth, we got it from a farm.
But now your parents would love a dog. No?
Maybe. I think they're like me. Like I absolutely loved my pets, still do. But like, you can also reason with the fact that like, yeah, their work and like you want to leave. Like, even we're going on vacation here in a little bit. What are we doing with Alice?
Oh, I actually just talked to somebody about dog sitting.
It's a hassle.
That's what I told her, and that's why I said I want small dogs.
It doesn't make it better. They're still alive.
No, they're coming with me.
They're not.
They are.
That's horrific too.
No, it's not.
You're gonna bring a pet into a hotel.
Yes.
And leave it there.
I don't know why you think it's such a big deal.
You think the pet wants to stay in the hotel?
No, I'm gonna take it everywhere with me. Where do we go?
Wine tasting.
Yeah.
Dinner.
Maybe not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but wine tasting
would
be right there with me. Yeah.
Nope.
I've always wanted to take my pets to the beach, and you're so against it for some reason.
I'm not against it.
Pet hater.
You can't. Most beaches you're not allowed to.
There are dog beaches though in California.
Yeah, they're nasty ones.
Nope.
Yep.
The ones we were at in California, they weren't even that bad either. I was like,
stop. We're not in California.
But they were nice. And Michigan has their own dog beaches too.
They're always these dumpy little areas.
No, they're not.
They're behind the outhouse or something. Sewage runoff.
I envision ourselves with a private beach.
Okay. If we get a private beach, and you know what? we've talked about this, but like we rented that cabin in Michigan when I was with you, but like
not when you were with me?
No, when I was younger. But we rented a house and they had, beachfront property, but like I remember the family next door that owned that house, they had a Saint Bernard, and it was like just running down the beach and just jumping in the water, and it was cool. And anyways, it's just like, yeah.
Alice would like to do that too.
I would love to be a millionaire and just own a beachfront property. And
it's not hard to be a millionaire.
Okay. I mean, you're right, but we also have to continually make money to support other things.
That's our next house is Michigan Beach House.
I agree.
And I'm set on that. That is.
I really do. I agree. That's like my dream.
I think it's ever since having a kid.
Yeah.
I wanted one before. Like we've briefly talked about it, But now that we have Sterling, and like you're from Michigan, so I feel like he needs to have that
I thought of it the other
for
day.
the rest of his life. He needs to have this Michigan part of him.
Isn't that funny? I
the rest
thought
of his
my
life.
son, I was at work and I was like, my son is Oklahoman. And it was like weird to me. I was like, oh my God, I have an Oklahoman son. And then I thought,
little Southern boy.
and then I thought, I was like, he's going to be like, my dad is from Michigan though. I got my dad is from like,
Yeah.
and I thought that was cool too though. Like, cause like, I guess growing up, like my dad was from the house that I was living in. So it was like not terribly, he like grew up in the same bedroom I did, you know?
So I'm that same person though. Like I was born and raised like in Tulsa and the surrounding areas, but like I'd be fine never leaving Tulsa.
Yeah, it sounds like a true Southerner. I used to work with a guy who never left the zip code.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you guys travel like that?
No, I like traveling. I just wouldn't have a desire to like go like you did. You moved from Michigan to here. I've always like, even when I went off to college, I knew I didn't want to like go to college, which
Country bumpkin here.
I just like wanted to be home. Like this was my home, and I went
That's
to
childhood
college
trauma.
here.
Let's get back to Teresa. What did she do?
It's just something like I just had to be. I wanted to be here. I didn't want to go venture off that young. Now,
You know what's funny? I did, and I
ended up.
love
in Oklahoma.
Michigan. No, and I think that too all the time. If they were like better jobs in Michigan, and
Right,
stuff,
I was
too.
gonna say, but money's a different thing. Money has always been like you can get a okay job here.
You know, I had a friend because I almost moved to Kansas City, Missouri before I ever moved down here. Right, like right after high school, I had a friend who was living in Kansas City, and he's like, "Yeah, come here, live here, blah blah blah. You can do whatever." And I was like, "Man, I just want a job that I can travel and do whatever I want to do," which is wild. Because I inadvertently end up getting a job. I didn't end up moving to Kansas City. Like the week before I was supposed to leave, I was like, I can't do it, man. I just can't. And I bailed on him. But he already like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he already owned a house in
Right.
Kansas City. It's not like he was like depending on me. I was just like, hey, I can't do it.
But what, you just had like a gut feeling that you couldn't go?
Yeah. I was like, I just.
Trust your gut.
Yeah. And that's what I thought
Always
too.
trust your gut.
I was like, I don't know if
Because look where it led you.
Yeah. Yikes. But anyways, I don't know if it was a gut feeling or if I just chickened out, really. But I just chickened out or something. And then I ended up moving down here 2 years later or so. And then, like I said, I ended up just falling into a job where I traveled the world. And I did it for I did it for 8 years. I think I actually traveled. Maybe not that long. I was there 11. So, yeah, probably 8 years. Yeah, so I probably traveled the world for 8 years. And that's the dream job I wanted. And it's funny that, like, I can't stand it. Like, after like 2 years, I'm like, I hate this. Like, this is the worst thing.
2 years. I think it was a little longer than
Okay, maybe it was more than that.
You were so excited when you got the job, though.
Oh, yeah.
And me, dumbly, blindly, whatever you want, dumbly?
You're just drunk all the time, babe.
Maybe, but I was obviously excited for you. That's who I am. Like, I'm here to cheer anybody on who... But
She had the
little
place
did
to
I
herself.
know, I hated it at first. It really took a long time to get used to.
You had an apartment to yourself.
No, I definitely hated it in the apartment. I started getting used to it more so when we were at the Trenton house.
Yeah, and then you were like mad when COVID happened and I was home.
Yeah, too much.
You hated me.
But now I wouldn't want you to be gone at all. At all.
No, now it's really tough with a child. I don't know how people do it.
Because they grow up so fast. And if you're gone
Yeah.
even for a week, like, just like this week, what did you learn?
Yeah, I know. I've told my
You
boss
learned
that
85
too.
things this week. It's like you'd have missed all those things.
So I literally left my job because, like, literally when Mariah got pregnant, I was like, oh, I'm looking for a new job. I have
If you
to.
guys want a drinking game, drink every time Matt says literally.
Literally.
Or like,
Anytime Mariah brings up,
basic fucking bitch.
yeah, childhood trauma drink.
You're the only one bringing that up.
Okay, I'll bring it up.
I'm just talking
You can all
about
get it.
my stories, and you're like,
Yeah,
she was
that's all.
so traumatized.
I don't remember. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, now I left that job because Mariah got pregnant, and I was like, I don't want to miss anything with my child. And we did say this, that Sterling came early 2 months, and I would have definitely been out of the
You
country.
would have been gone.
Yeah, which would have been horrific. I couldn't imagine being gone.
I would have. That was my one thing.
Yeah.
Was like I wanted you there during the birth.
And then again, she came 2 months early, and then she also didn't tell anybody she was gonna give birth. She was going through labor for 2 hours and didn't tell anybody. And then
I didn't know. I really thought I was going to go.
Raya
back to
gave
sleep.
birth 15 minutes after I showed up to the hospital. I got to the hospital, and 15 minutes later,
Did you
there was
hear
a
me
baby.
screaming down the hall?
No.
You didn't, because I was full. When the doula got there, though, immediately better.
It was kind of scary.
Yeah. I wasn't scared.
I was.
I wasn't even scared. Okay, and I wasn't even scared for...
Hey, we're supposed to do this on a different podcast.
We
though.
are.
I know.
What are you talking about? I wasn't even scared for, like... Because it was 2.5 months early. All the doctors that they come in... And by the way, they come in and they charge you for that visit. $300 if you want to know, just to come in and...
I wonder if you can be like, when they open that up, like, no.
No, you can.
Like, back out. Get up. Get
Your
back.
brother did it. Your brother said, I don't want... And now that I know this, I will just be like, give me the Cliff Notes. Have the RN give me the Cliff Notes. Unless it is something detrimental.
I know this, too.
And it wasn't. And everybody was like, at least you're not 24 weeks. At least you're not this. 30 weeks you have good. Everybody said it the moment I walked in the hospital. You're at 30 weeks. Your odds are... Or your chances... What am I trying to say? The outcome is very good at 30 weeks. So I literally wasn't even worried about... I mean, of course I was scared. Like, you never know, because he could have came out and something... But, like, I wasn't... When I was giving birth, I was like... I don't know. I'll
just tell you, like, my perspective, too, is that, like, we are so careful with everything. And, like, I feel like we're the parents who... We're, like, trying to do everything right. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're going above and beyond. Like, we're doing, like, omega-3s and doing all this, like, extra things.
I was about
and,
to order salmon roe that week.
Yeah, like, all these things of, like...
Health.
Trying to be, like, so that the baby would get the most amount of, like, nutrients it could while she's pregnant. And then, of course, like, it happens to us. And then you have people out there that are, like, not to, like, disparage, but, like, doing drugs and, like... And like their kids go full term, and it's like, I don't know what's happening right now. Like why is it happening to us when we're the ones that, like?
Yeah, my mom was very upset about that. Yeah. She was like,
so I guess that reality was, like, very difficult for me to, like, comprehend. I'm like, why is this?
Yeah, no, and that part is hard too. That was very hard to deal with, because it is like. It's like the person that's so healthy that ends up with cancer, and it's like,
or
then
gets
you
hit
have
by
the
bus.
other people that are like, see, you're gonna die anyway, and it's like, it's not, which we can get into that on another episode, but no, it is. You're right. That was a hard part to.
Yeah, I just was like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
Yeah, I was, and they don't know why you go into early labor. There are certain reasons, but I didn't have any of the reasons. They have no idea why. So
I'm in control.
That will always, like,
yeah.
I'll need to know why. I'm always going to wonder why, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm a person too. I want to know why about everything. Why do I do this? I need to know, like, the reasoning behind it. Like, show me the stuff on why I need to do this or be this way or eat this way. Like, what is it doing for my health? What is it doing for...
Again, I think there's I just do everything with purpose. That's how I do it. So it's like, it just annoyed me that, like I said, it's still... What are you doing, creep?
I accidentally ate the ice.
You're going to sit there and...
I was trying not to.
Anyways, it just really... I just couldn't get over that, like I said, because we tried so hard to give Sterling as much, as we could before he was born, because it's so important. And then all of a sudden, it's like we had a birth plan, we had all these different things, and then it's like, well, that all went out the window. Like,
you say birth plan, and people will obviously you can't plan. There's literally, you could plan a birth all day long and nothing's going to go, not every one piece is going to go your way. What did we call it, me and my doula? It's a, what was it? It wasn't a plan. It was like, here are my preferences. Here's, you know, you kind of like a rough outline of how I want things to go down. My birth was amazing. The actual birth to me was very like invigorating, empowering. Like it was amazing. It's just the going into labor early and then the being in the NICU that really...
We were looking at photos on the couch last night.
We were.
Of Sterling, too. And then we were like, it was like 2 months in the wintertime. And that was like the most rough time we've ever had. And like, it's wild to think of Sterling now. Because it's like...
It's hard to look back at those photos because of the bond that we have with him. And I wouldn't leave him for...
Yeah, exactly. Now
everybody told me though, they're like, do not stay the night at the NICU. Do not... And I think for your mental health, you can't. Like, you really do have to go home. Because I didn't sleep great, but I probably slept... I slept 100 times better than I would have, like, sleeping in that little NICU room. But...
Yeah, now that you know him...
I wouldn't have left him for a fucking second.
I know.
There wouldn't have been 1 second. I would have slept...
Yep.
And...
Yep. I wouldn't have wanted to listen to him cry for
nope.
a second. I would have picked him up.
It was very hard, though. I cried every night I left the NICU.
Yeah.
Every night. It was the hardest thing. It's like your fucking heart is being ripped out of your chest every time.
It's definitely different for the dad, but now, like I said, now, man, he...
Are you tearing up?
No.
Stop. Yes, you are.
No. It's different now because he's sitting there. He recognizes you. He giggles at you. He laughs at you. And now it's like, I couldn't imagine just leaving him anywhere.
Okay, but I was thinking about this yesterday.
I don't want to go on a date night without him.
No, listen, I told you, it's that thing I saw on social media. You invite us, we're all three coming.
Yeah.
We're all three coming. We're not leaving him.
Anyways, yeah, it's wild. It's so crazy to think about.
I was thinking about last night. My cousin was at the NICU with me, like visiting, and they do all these things in the NICU, and like the baby, he's crying and he's crying and he's crying, and I'm about to do my
skin to skin.
Skin to skin. And I did that every day. I never missed. Every day for as long as I could. Because it's so important.
I did on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. But we were about to do it, and like he immediately like melts into my chest and like stops crying, and like my cousin was like, "Oh my god, he knows like you're his mom."
Easy girl.
And I know, but it's so true, because you do have those moments where like yes, he knows you're sent, he knows like you're his comfort. And that's another reason again why it was so hard to leave at night. And like there were some nights I did stay.
Yeah, and they just let him cry, by the way, too. Like they just do. They just did. Because there's just nothing you can do.
Yeah.
There's no like...
You can't sit there
Which is wild, too, because we used to talk about this, too. Like, the night we brought him home as new parents, we didn't know anything. And we just thought we would, like, throw him in his PJs and put him in his bassinet. And he would just fall asleep. And it's like, that's not how it works. So, like, you have to literally hold him, coddle him, rock him till he falls asleep. And then you kind of, like, hold him for a little while. And then you put him in his bassinet or whatever, or wherever you put him, depending on how you sleep. But, yeah, like, that's how it works. So it's like... And then you think that in the NICU, they just feed him, they pump food down his belly, and they throw him in and they leave.
I will say though, when he's little, like it was towards the end, and it also got really hard to leave towards the end because he is he is crying more, and he is needing to be like paid more attention to. Yeah. And in the NICU, they pay attention to you less. Because they have high risk babies. So they put these... I have a lot of the NICU nurses that follow me. All of the NICU nurses that follow me are amazing. Yeah. The ones that obviously don't like me for good reason. But they put like the less experienced... From what I saw, they put the less experienced nurses on. Cause I
think so too.
Yeah. No, I know for a fact. Yeah. Because I asked one of the nurses who was my favorite... And she's like, yeah, I deal with more high risk. Like I'm moving down this like you guys are feeder growers.
The girl that was there when he was born was like the best. She was my favorite. But she was there the first 2 days or whatever. But yeah.
She follows me.
Yeah. She was the best. I really liked her.
No, she was. Her and they're...
And she was there when we left too. It's crazy that like 2 months, with that one person.
I was so happy when I got one of my favorite nurses.
Yeah.
So happy. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, talk about stressful though.
No, it really did. No, most stress I've been pretty stressed out in life, and there's nothing like stressing about your own kid.
Yeah, again, I'm a control freak, and being out of control is not. I like to have I want to be in control, calculated, you know what I mean, decisions. I want to know it all. I want to.
It's getting worse as we age, too.
Yeah.
It's supposed to get... Life is short, baby. I don't know if I even want to tell you this. That, like, 38 is, like...
Midlife crisis?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to have one. You think I'll have another midlife crisis?
Another one?
I know.
Matt had a quarter life.
25.
I do believe people have a quarter life, but I believe everybody does somewhere in their quarter life because you're really trying to figure out what you want to do, who you are.
I promise you that I'm not going to have another midlife crisis.
You heard it first.
I don't think I will. I think you're right. I think exactly what you just said is that when you're trying to figure out life and like you don't have a purpose and you don't know what you're doing, it's completely different, or you're not where you want to be. Mm-hmm. I think like the older I get, if you're not growing like or doing better, like that's why you have a midlife crisis, because you're almost dying and you haven't fulfilled the things you want to fulfill. That's what midlife crisis is, right?
Yeah, but aren't there some things that you
revert back to like I want to
you'll fulfill?
Yeah, of course, but like I think it's
but you won't hold stock in them like you won't.
Yeah, like midlife crisis is men who like divorce their wives and date a younger girl and get like a convertible, right? Like they're trying to go back to being, because they didn't get something out of that when they were that age. So like they're trying to go back to that age and relive that. I don't have any desire to relive that. I'm good. I know. Yeah. I think that's what that is. For
women, it's way different.
Probably.
So what would a woman's...
I don't think women
I'll probably have one.
Yeah. Probably.
I'll probably have 2 more.
Childhood trauma. No, I don't think I'll have it. I think at 25, that's exactly what I was just describing. Is that like...
Because I also had one. Like
at 25, I was like, what am I doing? Yeah. Like, what am I doing with life? I don't have any purpose. Like, we were doing nothing.
Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about, but you stopped mid-sentence.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah, I know that, but...
Wasn't doing great at 25. Spiraling. I was, remember?
Yeah.
I met you at 25. The low point in my life.
I was 20. That's crazy. I was such a babe. Such a little baby.
You still are.
You think I'm still a babe?
You act like a baby.
You're stupid.
Hey, what was the topic for this?
It was wherever the topic takes us.
Mariah thinks she's going to be a sprinter.
I am. We talked about that on the last one.
Yeah, you're not going to be a sprinter.
You were just down here going to straight tell me I'm not going to be a sprinter?
You're not going to be a sprinter. You're not going to get a chihuahua.
Thanks for joining in on our podcast about absolutely nothing, but it might be my favorite one.
Do you remember the show Drunk History?
Yes.
That's such a good show.
Are you saying that because you're drunk?
No, but I just like, that's the whole, like, that's what was so funny about it. They would get people like belligerent and they would just like tell.
Oh my God.
Like stories. I love Drunk History.
Oh, that just brought back so many memories.
It did, me too. And you just thought of that too, because you were like, this is my favorite podcast. Sounds like the one we were drinking on.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like, yeah, like Drunk History. And I gave a lot of facts.
You did give a lot of facts. Matt threw down the facts.
But
TLBL after dark. The baby's asleep. TLBL date night. This is our little date night. This is the only time we get to ourselves.
Go wake his little ass up. We do it together.
We do
said
everything
that.
together. No, I'm glad that he's not in the background screeching. He's in a very screechy stage.
He lost his voice because he was hoarse from screeching. But it's so cute. We were just saying how cute it is. Tell us if your kids scream.
Yes. Is it normal? Or is it...
Let's be honest, because nobody is listening still at this spot.
Honestly, my inbox was full of chihuahuas.
And did we mention at the end of the podcast?
No, it was a bit I put up on Instagram.
There you go. That's why. Ain't nobody listening right now. Go ahead, though.
Tell us if your baby had like a screeching, screaming face. Like full body.
Yeah, he'll like turn... No, I'm not doing it.
No,
he'll like turn red. He'll just like...
That. Just like that, because he looks just like you.
He'll get like...
Do it again.
No.
Do it again. It's like Goku.
But yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Did I ever tell you that when I was
Dragon
walking?
Ball Z.
When I was in college and I was walking down one of like the hallways and there was a bunch of black kids sitting on like the side of the hallway.
God.
They were black. And I was walking by and like, oh shit, it's Goku to me. And I just started laughing.
Because your hair.
Yeah, because I had like tall blonde hair at the time.
That's funny.
It was funny. Like, oh shit, it's Goku.
You had a legitimate Goku.
Yeah, but I weighed 110 pounds. I was like rail thin.
You had a baby.
Huh?
Who is Goku trying to do the Super Saiyan?
Oh yeah, he's trying to go Saiyan.
We're cutting all that.
No, we're not.
We're cutting everything you said.
You're an idiot.
What's our outro?
Like and subscribe. I think you have to tell people to subscribe.
Subscribe to the podcast. If you're listening, what do you do if you're listening though? Do you download? Or do you still subscribe?
I don't know. You're probably already subscribed if you're listening. You should comment if it's YouTube. If it's... Share it. I don't know. Don't share it. Share it. It doesn't matter. We do it for fun.
This. We really do.
It's not like it is what it is.
We look forward to it.
It is, it's time for us... It's time for us to go to bed. It's time for us to talk. It's just time that we have to talk.
Yeah. No, it really is. But yes.
I really think this, I'll say this, like I didn't want to do a podcast. And the main reason I do a podcast is I think it really is for Sterling. Does that make sense? Like I think he'll look back in like 15 years and he's on a lot of the ones. And I just think this will be like a time capsule for him. And like, this is what my parents were doing at the time. And like, this is what they thought of.
Is he gonna think though? I was thinking this the other day. He's gonna be like, God, they were fucking weird.
Yeah, probably. But like, what if we
like,
died? What if we died in like a car accident and like, this is like.
Why would you say that? My God.
I'm just saying like, this could be like the only bit of like, he got to hear us speak of who we were and about him.
And how much we love him.
You cried on this podcast about him.
You did too. You tearing up made me tear up. I wouldn't have teared up if it weren't for you.
Because you're heartless.
No, I'm not.
That's because you got childhood trauma. Childhood trauma. Shady.
Angel.
Yeah, Angel. And Shetty.
Shetty, Shady, and Angel, and Atreyu.
Rest in peace.
Oh my God. The dog
They're all dead.
grave.
Yeah, they're all dead now.
The pet cemetery.
We're putting 2 more in real soon, so.
Oh, freaking Atlas.
Our cat killed a squirrel. And we're out.